Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about time up and go test. Time up and go test, also known as TUG test, is used to measure functional mobility. It is most often used by physical therapists. The TUG test can also be used by your healthcare provider to estimate your risk of falling and your ability to maintain balance while walking. The aim of get up and go test is to evaluate dynamic balance in elderly people during the performance of a task involving critical situation for falling. The time up and go test is named because there is time limitation on the score of the scale. The TUG test is measured in seconds. The time required by an individual to stand up from a standard chair, height approximately 46 cm with armrest, walk up to 3 meter, turn around, walk back to the chair and sit down again. The test is used to assess risk of falling in elderly, balance and functional mobility in adults with motor limitations such as cerebral palsy, Parkinson's disease, stroke, Down syndrome. Because of its peculiarity, the TUG test began to use in children and adolescents with some type of motor limitation and balance defects. The activity that constitute are sit to stand, walk, turn around and sit down again. Features to the measure. Items. There is no actual items in the TUG. The individual must stand up from a standard chair, walk a distance of 3 meters, turn around, walk back to the chair and sit down. The trial session is permitted to allow the individual to be familiar with the task. Start the task with the verbal instruction on go and stop when the patient returns to sit. The individual can wear their regular footwear and is permitted to use their walking aids such as cane, walker if needed. If aids are used, it has to be added in data. No physical assistance is given. Scoring. Performance of the TUG is rated on a scale from 1 to 5, where 1 indicates normal function and 5 indicates severe abnormal function. According to the individual's risk of falling, the score consists of the time taken to complete the test activity in seconds. Average healthy individuals between the age of 60 to 80 years complete the TUG in 10 seconds or less. Males between the age of 80 to 89 years old take on an average 10 plus 1 seconds to complete, and women take 11 plus 3 seconds to complete. Formula norms have not yet been established for the patient with stroke. Equipment. The TUG does not require any specialized equipment. It requires a standard chair with armrest, 46 cm height and 63 to 65 cm armrest height. Tape measure. Brightly colored tape or cone to measure of the 3 meter path. The path should be free from obstruction. Stopwatch or wristwatch to measure time. Training. Minimal training is required to score the test or interpret the results. The examiner should be aware of the safety issue during mobility. Test with an individual like stroke. Alternative forms of the TUG. TUG cognitive. In the TUG cognitive, patient must complete the task while counting backwards from a randomly selected number between 20 to 100. TUG manual. In the TUG manual, patient must complete the task while carrying a full cup of water. In adults who had a time difference of greater than 4.5 seconds between the TUG manual and the TUG, were more prone to fall during the following 6 months. Patient must have sufficient vision to walk till 3 meter line. Non-English speakers must receive appropriate translation. Interpretation. Less than 10 seconds. Normal. Less than 20 seconds. Good mobility can go outside alone without aids. Less than 30 seconds. Problematic cannot go outside alone, requires aids.